We stand at a unique moment in our planet's history. A great silent migration is underway, not of animals, but of people, driven by climate change. Rising seas, expanding deserts, and ferocious storms are forcing millions to leave their homes. In the Pacific, entire nations face the loss of their homelands to the ocean. In Africa's Sahel, families' abandoned lands turn to dust. The Mekong Delta's rice fields are poisoned by salt water, pushing farmers to migrate. Coastal cities like Jakarta and Miami now live with the certainty of future inundation. This is not a distant threat. It's happening now, affecting lives across every continent. The World Bank warns of over 200 million internal climate migrants by 2050. Each number is a person, a family, a story of loss and hope. This is the largest reshuffling of human populations in modern history. The stability of our societies is tied to the stability of our climate. When a farmer in Honduras or a fisher in Senegal is forced to move, the effects ripple globally. We are all part of a single, interconnected ecosystem. The displacement of one community will be felt by others. This is not someone else's crisis. It's a global call to action. The tide is rising, and so must our response. To understand this crisis, we must see the people behind the numbers. Meet Aisha, a mother from the Lake Chad Basin, whose family was forced to leave as the lake dried up. Their journey was one of hardship and loss, echoed by millions worldwide. In Kiribati, people prepare for the possibility of losing their entire nation to the sea, training youth for new lives abroad. In Bangladesh, families flee as riverbanks collapse overnight, becoming migrants in their own country. These are not just stories of loss, but of resilience and adaptation. Imagine choosing what to carry as you flee a flooded home, or explaining to your children why you must leave your ancestral land. Many end up in crowded urban slums, trading one form of insecurity for another. The emotional toll is immense, leaving deep scars. These are the human faces of climate change: farmers, fishers, parents, children. Their stories move the crisis from abstract data to urgent reality. Their resilience inspires, but it should not be endlessly tested. They deserve not just sympathy, but solidarity and action. For climate migrants, arrival is just the beginning of new challenges. Cities like Dhaka strain under the daily influx of people fleeing floods and erosion. Housing, water, and jobs become scarce, pushing many into unsafe slums. Schools and hospitals overflow, and competition for work intensifies, fueling social tension. Host communities, often with limited resources, struggle to cope with this global problem on a local scale. Without planning and support, the cycle of instability and poverty continues. Scarce resources can turn climate migration into a catalyst for conflict. In Darfur, drought and desertification fueled deadly competition over land and water. Local disputes over wells or farmland can escalate into violence. Nationally, migration shifts demographics and can deepen political divisions. Rivers shared by multiple countries, like the Nile or Mekong, become flashpoints as climate stress grows. Climate change multiplies existing tensions, threatening peace and stability. Preventing conflict means addressing both resource management and the root cause, a warming planet. Climate migration brings profound economic costs. Emergency aid diverts resources from long-term development. Host nations face the burden of resettlement, while sending regions lose productivity and skilled workers. Labor markets are stressed, wages fall, and migrants often face exploitation. Global supply chains and food security are threatened as key regions become uninhabitable. The economic ripple effects are global, making everyone more vulnerable. Building resilience is not just humanitarian, it's economic necessity. Amid crisis, communities are innovating to adapt. In Bangladesh, floating gardens rise with floodwaters, ensuring food security. Solar-powered irrigation in the Sahel brings water to parched fields. Early warning systems and restored mangroves protect lives and livelihoods. Social innovation matters too. Communities are forging new agreements to share resources. Climate insurance helps farmers recover after disaster, reducing forced migration. These local solutions need global support and investment to scale. By sharing knowledge and resources, we can turn adaptation into hope. Climate migration tests our shared humanity. We must protect the rights and dignity of those forced to move. International cooperation is essential. Legal protections, coordinated resettlement, and financial support are needed. Wealthier nations have a responsibility to help those most affected, but adaptation alone is not enough. We must address the root cause. Every degree of warming prevented means fewer people displaced. a rapid shift to clean energy is the most effective solution. The choice is clear: division and suffering, or unity and resilience. By investing in resilience, championing rights, and cutting emissions, we can build a safer future for all. Our response today will shape the world for generations to come.